Greetings, everyone. This is me here, Zahra Jawad, and Zahra Berserk on my first channel. After a long time, sorry, I have been doing a live stream here. If you would join me on Zahra Berserk, it would be better because this I've kept as a backup channel. Okay, I'm going to now put my mic on connected here so that I don't have to bend. Greetings to you all. Hope you are all great. Here, thank you for the subscription. Now, I just made a mistake by going live here, earlier than before sharing this on my Facebook group, Understanding Shia Islam. So, hope you will have patience with me here. The thing is that I just worked it out, and where else? Okay, I'll share it later on. So this is my first channel, Zahra Berserk, with this name. Okay, so I'm here to show you, as I worked it out on my first channel, that it about the ayat, the Surah Azab ayat 36, taking it step by step, taking the commentary, Shia commentary from Multilingual Quran step by step. Since it was about marriage and forced marriage, I saw. So you can do your research on that. I'll just give you guidelines how to go there. Like you can search on Google Multilingual Quran. You can go to that site inside and click Aka, Buya, Ali commentary, and whichever translation you want. There are 3 translators you can choose from. And then, click on the box where you want the Surah Azab, you go to, and all that, display, then click display. Anyway, so like that, and then you can find out, but do your research. I'm really sorry that this is going to hurt you, and if anyone's new here, joining me here, or maybe later I keep this for the record if no one is joining me here. So I have very few people following me, and maybe very fewer than that who agree with me or like me. I'm a different person, and although fighting with my negativity or some negativity, I feel my life is wrecked. So I have a mental condition also, and I don't like disrespectful people or dishonest people. I cannot take it anymore. So if I detect anything like that, abuse comes out, and if you've seen my live stream against Amina Sardari, or the short videos, I cannot take it and I start abusing. So you would know where I'm coming from, and you would understand, and not at least, you can disrespect me and say things or report my channel and all. Okay, I found, that now I cut myself short and go to the topic now for which I'm here. In Islam, Surah Azab, verse 37 now, and taking the tafsirs of this Surah Azab, verse 37's tafsir, the part where Allah says in Surah Azab, verse 37, that we gave her to you, yani we gave Zainab, meaning we gave Zainab to Prophet Muhammad, meaning Allah gave Zainab to Prophet Muhammad. We gave her to you. In marriage, let's see, right? That's what they say. So there was I read the tafsirs. Now these are the tafsirs of the Jalalain and Ibn Qatir, these are Islamic sources. Uh, Shia sources, I don't know whether they rely heavily on uh, they've chosen the Prophet and his progeny, although they must have read this, done their thorough research, and rejected some of the sources. So I don't do that. First of all, when I was a Shia, as like my father, I asked my father, like, how would we know to trust Prophet Muhammad's progeny? You know, like you say, if you ask, oh, how would we know this person is honest, Prophet Muhammad or something, right? So he said, ask the family. The family would know, and I disagreed with that in my heart, in my mind, because I said the family can be biased, they can be bribed, they can be under duress, things like that, you know. Favoritism is there, like we were about Uthman bin Affan, we were told. So you favor your family, your family members then favor you. Like here on, you know, I'm very strict about things at the same time, like in my madness. So what I do is, I have a strict tone too. I don't flatter people or anything like that, and sometimes I can sound very rude. Right, so people don't like me. Even my own family members would say I'm very strict. I like justice. I don't like flattery and things like that, and siding because he's your friend or something. So I tell I would tell a trusted person, even friends, that if they don't taunt me or anything, that, you know, if I'm wrong, then please say I'm wrong. Just because she's my mother, late mother, not out of disrespect. If someone disrespected my mother, I would get angry, I would get upset, hurt, but just, you know, on justified grounds, like that, okay? So this also, just want to make clear how I am. And then, so I realized that I was like that. I wouldn't back up my mother or defend my late mother if she's wrong, you see. But here, when we're finding out whether Prophet Muhammad is true or false, when we're doing our research, you know, without bias, it has to be, and emotional feelings coming up for him and all that. So I felt that the Shia's way was biased. That that we can trust his family members to speak the truth. See, again, the Shia, my father may have jumped to a conclusion saying that. So I don't mean to make my father wrong, but it's just the Shia. So you know what I mean, you see? So that's not my way of research. I had to start from scratch, and when after the Sunni Shia research I did in Karachi many years ago, online, and I bought books also of Tejani and many others. Now, this Surah Azab, on that, Surah Azab, verse 37, I have done step by step. If there's anything left to say about Surah Azab, verse 36, it never finishes with me. I mean, you know, going there and here. So I'm disorderly also. I hope you will bear with me. I just got up for this. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in a bad feeling depression. So anyhow, let's see. And remember a prophet. No, sorry, I'm not going to read the whole ayat, just this part. So you can see my step-by-step research on this on my first channel, Zahra Berserk, on the ayat above, that it was forced marriage, and I depart from Shia. Actually, I have good clues in Shia commentary that this is a command, and you have to obey the Prophet with, along with Allah, of course, and you have to carry out the thing. It's not like Prophet Muhammad had mercy on you, like you take Surah Nur, the last, second last, or some ayat that, if he gives you permission to leave, then leave, and so he can ask for forgiveness. He looked at Zainab's case, that she could not deal with her feelings in this marriage. So then he decided to marry her. But many times here also, like he's telling Zaid also to keep his wife and fear Allah, right? Whether this is taken as a suggestion, I don't know. But if it's taken as a suggestion, it would be better to for Zaid to keep his wife. I don't think it's a suggestion, but if it's a suggestion, it's okay. Still, my arguments about the above verse 36, I went step by step, and using Shia commentary does not, fail to show that it's wrong. He's a false prophet, and it's wrong for the divorce to take place and for Zainab to have any problems with her feelings, putting it, that she couldn't handle it, putting it before the command of Allah and the messenger. Once the messenger have decided upon a thing, Allah and the messenger, believers have no option. So another thing is that if you want to take that Surah Nur ayat, where some Sahabas were taking permission from him to leave or something, and then, he would give them permission and what, and ask for forgiveness for them, pray for forgiveness for them. That's another matter, I think. Like, look at the matter right here. She's forced. The Shia commentary does help in ayat 36. She was forced against her will. And now she shouldn't be tossed around like that, forced, and then she can't deal with her feelings. It just doesn't make sense. This is not a suggestion. That one, 36. And I feel I take this as a command too. Once a prophet is telling someone, keep your wife and fear Allah, he's given a commandment, right? It comes across as a commandment. So then it's okay. Now this, so you can watch the live streams I've done on that on my first channel, YouTube. Now here, Allah truly has better right for you to be apprehensive of Him. We espoused her to you so that, here, we espoused her to you so that there should be no, so that whatever a restriction for the believers, it goes on like this, trying to maybe get you believers to jump to the conclusion that this was the wisdom of Allah, and after all, everything's worked out well. Zainab is married to Prophet Muhammad. After all that toying around, forced marriage against her will, so that they are not godly, they are not the ones, like if the holy five, right, when they went from Mubahila, when they were taken by Prophet Muhammad, his family members, That's they are the Masumin, they are the infallible. But here, Zainab is not infallible, that you use her and Zayd also. You use them. Then there should be this cooperation and all. Then Zainab and Zayd should be infallible. That, they've decided that they're going to sacrifice their lives to implement a law of God, or show the wisdom of God in this. Now we're told that during the marriage with Zayd, Zainab could not control her feelings or stop them from coming, which she had beforehand, that she was a highborn and all that. So you can't use Zainab for this wisdom of God and to implement a law. Like you can't use Aisha also, if the Shias think that even if she was 9 years old, to use that law that now at 9 a girl is eligible to get married. Maybe eligible for the namaz and rituals, obligatory prayers, fasting, this, that, but not for marriage, right? And not to use, anyways, even if it is for marriage, Aisha was used then. Aisha was Surat Tahrim, Aisha was annoying to the Prophet and all that. This just doesn't add up logically, that they were high human beings giving us, like he was exalted in character. So he can practice the thing which God wants to bring forth to us as through an example also, by becoming an example, practicing that. So it's only him, not Zainab or Aisha, to be used to implement a religious law and give you examples. It fails in my logic. So if it passes in the Muslim logic, I don't know how it has passed, because it fails logically if you apply it also. Then, so back here, that now Allah says that we gave her. So now that I understood even further, I had to take recourse to, like I said, when it's absolutely necessary, taking recourse to the commentaries. Now I departed from Shia commentary, but although they were helpful, like we do, this is about Zainab and Zayd and this and that, right? So now it's for me, I have to, but what commentary I go to, I have to search both commentaries. So this is the tafsir here. The Quran, commentaries for Surah Azab, verse 37, the allies. 37, Abbas, Tanweer al-Miqbas min Tafsir ibn Abbas. Right? So this part, like, yeah, and thou didst hide in your mind her love and the desire to marry her, that which Allah was to bring to light. It's there's a ayat, Surah Maryam ayat and all, that God creates love in the hearts of the believers. And those who do good deed and, who believe, God creates love in their hearts. So the Christian critics on this, that no revelation was sent down, you have to look at the other ayat and take recourse to that other ayat. Hope the sound is coming quite clear. Yes? Then, but this part is not under contention here. The part under contention is that he's a false prophet. I've established that, and that, remember then, if he's a false prophet, he's exploited Allah, the one and only God, the haqiqat, it's such a haqiqat. I found him a rapist of his kind. So remember, first he the commentaries do say that he forced Zainab to marry Zaid against her will. And then after you've done that, it's a command. You have to carry it out. Even if it's a marriage, it's not just accepting the marriage proposal. There's some work going on outside. Sorry about that. It's not that you have to, like, you can't carry the. It's just accepting the proposal, and then, you have your feelings and everything. It's not like that. Since God created love in His heart for Zainab, let's say because of this, that, whatever reasons you may give, but that the ayat is there. And there's another ayat too. That if had you to spend the whole, you would not be able to put what you have, you would not be able to put affection in the hearts. But Allah puts affection in the hearts. So Allah couldn't do this for Zainab, while she was married to Zaid, but He did this for Prophet Muhammad. And then we are given in Jalalain in detail, or was it Ibn Qatir? Let me see how much. No, Ibn Qatir, I think he married his son's wife, worthier that you should fear. Said subsequently divorced her and her obligatory waiting period was completed. The Prophet consumed his marriage with her without the customary permission from her legal guardian and gratified the Muslims with a feast of bread and meat, so that there may not be any restriction to the believers in respect of the wives of their adopted sons. Now you see how you're made to skip all that step by step, because you believers are rejoicing, oh yeah, this is the law that has come and we can now marry, it's the wisdom of God, we can marry our adopted sons, ex-adopted sons, ex-wives. Now, this was Jalalain. Now we come to the Tafsir. This is the story from Ibn al-Qatir. Now, you know why I take the Sunni sources now, this Islamic source. Whether Shias take it or not, accept it or not, it doesn't matter to me now. You see, now I take this Tafsir. You see, and look at the ayat also. It's in the ayat. We gave you Zainab in marriage. In marriage? Oh, we espoused her to you so that there should be. See? We married her to you. Zawaj nakaha. It's nikah. So, you know what I learned from Christian Prince and some people. Let me see if I can just close the window and suffocate myself to death here. Sorry, I'm exaggerating because I can't breathe early morning. Whenever I get up, sorry, not the early morning, but oh God, the sound. Let me just completely close this window. Oh God. Okay. You see, he's a rapist. Nikah. So we espoused you to Zawaj. We made her wife, spouse, in Naqaha. Yani you, oh my God, if it really means, nikah means a bad word, like sexual intercourse. Jeez. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So I might be acting funny and saying, because I'm not under control. Like in my life, I don't know what's happened. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. So I sometimes become a monster. But, what can I do? I've tried to behave myself. We married her to you. Zawaj Naqah. So what does nikah mean? Oh, so is it true? What that the religious scholars, Quran experts hide the true meaning of niqab. Right? Then, so this, you see, he's taken his, God, just give me a minute or two here, a moment or two, sorry, not a minute. He's done like, how many crimes he's committed here, do you see? Let me show you what rape is. So he used Allah here. Remember, he uses Allah when he's shy, and he same surah, 53 verse, very shortly put. Thank God they allowed me. The devil's in me. Right. In Britannica, the rape is, the definition of rape is unlawful sexual activity, most often involving sexual intercourse against the will of the victim through force or the threat of force, or with an individual who is capable of giving legal consent because of minor status, mental illness, mental deficiency, intoxication, unconsciousness, or deception. Or what? Deception. In many jurisdictions, the crime of rape has been, trying to close this, in many jurisdictions, the crime of rape has been subsumed under that of sexual assault. Right? Also, sexual assault would be rape. Rape was long considered to be caused by unbridled sexual desire, but it is now understood as a pathological assertion of power over a victim. That's power. He wants power. Okay, so now this. He wants power over everyone. He's such a rapist, Prophet Muhammad. So you see, what is it? Deception by deception, right? So Allah is not true. Work it out. I worked it out. Now you work it out. You do your research. By deception, using Allah to marry Zainab. Right? Using deception to marry Zainab. This is such a rape, such control. It's raping women like this. In particular, the case of Zainab bin Josh here. Because the other wife said, well, you know, this Zainab would concede with the other wives, as Aisha. So she said, my marriage was made in heaven. You can see the tafsir. I don't have to show you everything here in the tafsir. Please check. Read this whole thing. I'm just reading the part where it's very important to show, which I have, I put a blame on him. And it's true. It's not a unjustifiable false accusation. Not only was he an adulterer, because, you see, no wali was used, no dowry here. Now, Ibn Kathir tells us, right? This is Ibn Kathir in detail. So when there was this thing between the wives, now you can see Zaid is sent for the proposal. Zaid himself. And she's doing the iddah. How many days? Shouldn't she go back to her parents' place? Or a brother? At least I know Abdullah bin Josh was there reading the Shia commentary. They both disagreed when he sent the proposal for Zaid to Zainab, and her brother helped her. Zainab's brother. Another thing is that he's got no one else. He can't go himself. He's sending the poor ex-husband after the iddah for a marriage proposal. What, hearts? Do you have hearts? Now, how? I don't want to again and again read, because then again I'll be incapacitated for a day or so. I don't want to see that. So please, if you can make life easy for me, because I have to do some work and all. Oh, I can't read this. But what I can read, how he sends Zainab and what happens here, you can read Ibn Kathir. In fact, I can give you this thing, the link to this. So then people left, and some man, he started to go around all apartment, his wives greeting. The messenger of Allah, how did you find your wife? I do not know whether or someone else told him that those people had left, so he went and entered the house, and I went to enter after him, but he drew the curtain between himself and I. Is he doing this in Zed's Jura, the apartment house? Whatever it is. The rule, I. You see, who is the I here? I went to enter after him. It could only be Zaid. Boom, boom, booming. And then the ruling of hijab was revealed, and he exhorted the people. Oh. So here, you see, and taking the Quran ayat. It's not like it's not in the Quran ayat. That Allah says, we gave her to you in nikah, a wife, zawaja. I don't know whether that's maybe just a spouse, partner. So this also to be considered. Then you see, when Zainab and Aisha, they were having this boasting thing, pleased with them, were boasting to one another. Zainab said, I am the one whose marriage was revealed from above the heaven. Right? So, I am the one. I am the one whose marriage was revealed from above the heaven. So where are we told Jalalain all? So difficulty believers permitted. That no dowry, nothing, no wali. Keep missing these things, it takes time. Then my no dowry. Maqatil bin Hayyan, I wish she stayed with him. Zaid complained about her. Aisha even says that what is said about the hypocrites ayat, that if a ayat, hypocrites are scared that an ayat would be revealed exposing them. Ibn Jarir narrated that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, said, if Muhammad were to have concealed anything that was revealed to him of the book of Allah, he would have concealed this ayah. True. She asked, check it out, please. And do a proper, please do this, a very unbiased work. This was recorded by Imam Mahdi. Ahmad, sorry, that's Sunni Imam. The Messenger of Allah given him a marriage, daughter, paternal, okay, these dates and all, and veil, and the muds of dates were given. From veil maybe for a prayer at that time, not going out, because that verse was not. It was given to Zaid and Zainab's marriage for Zaid and Zainab. Dowry by Prophet Muhammad, that you would be very elated about, obligatory then exalted. Where is it? Gratified, customary. This is Jalalain. Okay, I think here, so that there may not be any restriction to the believers, wives, let her fulfill whatever. We joined her in marriage to you. This is from the Quran ayat 37. The Prophet consummated his marriage with her without the customary permission from her legal guardian and gratified the Muslims with the feast of bread and meat. The walima is happening here. It's surprising what we were there when Zainab went into Prophet Muhammad onto the terrible. One of the commentaries says this here. You can read it. When they had finished the waiting period, that after must take place. A believer's wives. Huh? So Ibn Abbas, look at this, poor Zaid. What? You should be. And you feel ashamed of people because, no, oh yeah. The Prophet Muhammad feels shy of people, ashamed, fears people. But you can see what kind of okay, here you may take the Shia side. Interpretation, excuse me, of the ayat. But same surah, verse 53, he feels shy and then he uses Allah to get rid of his guests, Sahabas. So without any wali guardian, with many of them have mentioned this here, the tafsirs I'm trying to check. And, sorry, you maybe want to become Quran only, that's good. Become Quran only, but don't forget other. And I saw, I was searching for something on Google, said like Muslims are divided. One says Quran only, one gives this verse from the Quran, and says no, tafsir. Hadiths should not be relied upon, and Quran says no, you should not follow the way of the Prophet, like follow his sunnah. Oh my God, it went on and on like this. So the Muslims are not united in this, right? One is like Shias are not Muslims. It goes on. Please have some mercy on yourselves now, right? This is adultery. Since I proved through the Quran ayats. I have backing from the sources, Quran ayats and all, and tafsirs, because I had to use tafsirs. What had happened? And then if you want to be Quran only and not know about the life of Muhammad, who he was, what he was, where his mother, it doesn't say, or his father, what his kunya was, or what, then you can follow him like that. But to tell you the truth, you're not following properly and you're not being honest with yourselves. Very honest with yourselves about this. So, why do this to yourselves? Why hang on to a religion? See how he's raped Zainab. I worked it out. Thanks to Allah of the idol worshippers. I would, so please, I would, and then some Muslims like respect Prophet Muhammad without doing proper research about their religion. And I was a Shia, a grandson of Prophet Muhammad, who is Yazid to me, a tyrant. Right? Tyrant of his time. I changed my view. I think Yazid taught him a good lesson. He's raping people, women, and how he's doing it using Allah. And then we are told here, and then you know how the Sunnis act with us, some of them? In front of our faces, they tell us the shirk is unforgivable, unforgivable. Some of them have this no etiquette, nothing. So when in the normal times, like when I was a teenager, I remember a friend of mine coming from Canada. And I mean, what she was fed by her parents and all, she was spewing out against the Shias. Even now they do it. Google search and see some of the Muslims without etiquette, without proper, using manners and things. Prophet Muhammad said sometimes he says half of my religion is haya, shame. Half of my religion is what? Good manners. God knows. I heard, I was like, then half, this half, that half, then the other half. I mean, how many? There can only be two half. No, maybe good manners, something else. Like my religion is half of my religion is maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I just roughly speaking like this. But if you do the inheritance thing in the Quran, I don't know, Dr. David Wood, my mind went blank. And I was really good in maths at one time. I was getting high grades in maths in my class in high school. And then something happened to me in O levels, to spellbound. even though I took tuitions and all. So I was really, I loved numbers, and maths came very naturally to me. But something happened to me in O-level. Because of the separation, I was depressed and I went confused or something. Or the American system way was easier, I think. I thought, maybe not, just unbiased, but very. So, okay, home has come here. Hi, how are you? Good or bad? Oh, I'm really bad, home. Thank you for asking. Welcome here. So, are you a Muslim or ex-Muslim or someone else? Another religion? Do you have any questions? Have I been clear? Have you been following me, my live stream here from the beginning? Have I missed anything? If I've missed anything, I will keep coming here correcting myself, but mostly I will do it on my first channel now. So you see he's using Allah. Why bad? Because I've been asking God to bless me with His goodness. I can't seem to bring myself up to be good, feeling good, it's locked inside. I can't breathe properly. Sorry, I have my condition and case, right? So no, I'm not good, to tell you honestly. It's been since many years. I've been dealing with feelings and my case. That's why bad. Okay, home. And another thing is, so he's raped Zainab, and how he's done it? Through deception using Allah. Now we go to Surah Araf. Ayat, I think it's 31 or 33. That you must not lie against Allah. And the misinformers also. But here, Surah 30, it's 33 then. Say, my Lord has only forbidden, it's haram. The word is used here. There's some Muslims like to have a direct, then this is the most direct verse. What is haram? Say, only had forbidden, harama, Allah. I'm trying to click here. Oh, it's not clicking. My hands must be, I'm dying or something. Cold. Wait, harama. Yeah, now it worked. You see this? Harama? Haram. My Lord has forbidden the shameful deeds for fawahish. What is apparent and of what is concealed, and the sin is also haram. Wherever the Quran mentions this is a sin, it means haram, like alcohol is haram. Gambling is haram. It has great sin in it. Wherever, great sin or a little bit of sin, it's haram. And the oppression, haram without the right. What a way to put it. So any violent thing without a right, like punishments and all that. And associating others with Allah, for what not, He has sent down of it any authority, sultanan. So if He has not sent down any authority for this, associating others with Allah, then it is haram. And that you say about Allah what you know not. You see? So, who is it? The polytheists for false lies, give lies by having idol, false gods, they worship, this, that, anything. So apply it now on him. Do you see this? Many Muslims miss this verse. They think that alcohol is not haram. Many Muslims think that no, He did not send down any authority, although He says here that without authority, associating anyone with Allah is haram. You are single or married. It has nothing to do with this. Please stick to the topic now. Otherwise, home, put a user on timeout. So, when you come here, so this is haram, okay? This is haram. So, even saying something about Allah which you do not know is haram. This is the highest form of, like, it's forbidden. It's not makruh or anything, or and recommended that you do not do this. It is haram. And haram is a sin. It's, no. And then haram, it is forbidden. If you do it, what happens to you? Like that. So I just have to put the AC off. Misinformers are destroyed. Surah Zariyat verse in Surah Zariyat. Now he's given a lie to this most Allah. Do you see this? You may not be able to see it here because I've jumped to that ayat part, and just to prove that he has raped and taking Britannica, because I had to take recourse to the definition of rape in Britannica Western, you may see. But as before even checking the definition, Western definition on rape, I got up when I was after my live stream, and I said, he's used Allah to rape Zainab. How did I come to this conclusion? It's through my own mind logical deduction that this is then not only adultery, taking the wife, using Allah, taking Zaid's wife, divorce. How could a divorce happen? If you take Surah Azab, verse 36, you have to carry out the command of Allah. Your feelings must not come in anymore. Allah must bless you with love and goodness. Because you see, here we are told that all goodness also comes from Allah. The bad that comes is from you. And the good that comes is from Allah. Yeah, so I could. Home is saying you are single or married. None of your business, but Zainab, remembering Zainab, she was a Quraysh widow and she had all the backing. So, Surah Nisa ayat 79. Whatever good befalls you is from Allah, and whatever evil befalls you is from yourself. So you must be evil that evil should befall you, and you have no good if good befalls you, because it is from Allah. So intrinsically, innately, by nature, you are bad. And the Prophet sanctifies you. Allah and the Prophet, they purify you. They bless you. They should bless you, right? There's an ayat also. So examining this ayat logically, Surah Nisa ayat 79, then the messenger sanctifies you. He should have sanctified the marriage also. It's just automatically, naturally, like implied that this marriage cannot fail between Zaid and Zainab when the Allah and the messenger have decided. It should be a good source of happiness, this, that. Blessings from Allah. The messenger sanctifies you. Quran ayat. And we sent among you a messenger from you who recites to you our verses and purifies you or sanctifies you. The word here, right? He purifies you. Should have purified Zainab at the marriage and also blessed the marriage. So how can Shias and Sunnis both not, like, he's step by step, as I showed you, that Zainab and Zaid's marriage should have been successful. So Prophet Muhammad uses Allah and wisdom and good for the believers, so there will be implemented law. Example is in Zaid and Zainab's case, and then Prophet Muhammad can marry Zainab, his adopted son's ex-wife. This is great for you believers. Very easy made, all this. If you take it step by step, Surah Azab verse 36 and 37 with tafsirs, it will help you to see. It gets worse then. I mean, just looking at Surah Azab 37 as I was a Shia, I was like, what is this? And then reading the way Shias interpret or translate this ayat, meaning of this ayat, interpretation of Surah Azab verse 37, even then it didn't make sense to me. I was like, no, it's not right. So, and I can't trust Imam Ali or, but I found out he was a false prophet. How many years, and I've been on YouTube also, Facebook, live stream, videos uploaded. So can I find someone serious here who comes? Seriously looks at this. What a rapist. Using Allah wa ta'ala, Allah ta'ala, and this, and what is this? Exalted be Allah. So this rape of Zainab. I could get stuck on this. Just give me some time, like, what else? Am I missing anything that the Shias may tell me to see, or the Sunnis might? But this is the Sunni, very trusted, I think. Ibn Abbas is trusted, and I think Ibn Qatir is also the trusted source, right? Now, some of you would want to run only to the Quran, only Quran, right? Remember, Sunnis, I'm not trying to, okay, sometimes I make fun and all this, and I get angry and shout and all, and use sarcasm and all, but I really think you should seriously look at this. You're following a false prophet, a rapist, one of his kind rapist. So, and I've done it logically, backed by the sources, to show you what your religious scholars eminent have missed. To show you, he's a rapist, one of a kind. It's light on Allah. It's a false Allah. It's not a true Allah. How did I prove that in one of my live streams, Zahra Bazaar, or many live streams? So get it right, the explanation, the way. I hope now I haven't confused you with my explanation. And you do your own research. So I leave you now that you do your own research, right? Thank you so much. Next time home, please come here and stick to the topic. And so that, don't, like, sataye hue ko, they say in Urdu, satao nahi na, dukhi ko, मैं वैसे भी सताई हुई हूँ कितने सालों से. I've been harassed. Oh, don't tell me. Oppressed, agonized, trapped, God knows what. I can hardly operate normally here. I have buttons to wash. So many things to do. So there goes another day. I'll have to now go to my other channel to, because I think I missed saying that these are tafsirs and this is Surah Azhar verse 37 last time. Whatever I've missed, I have to repeat that. Okay, thank you very much. So please have respect, follow the rules, and follow the topic the person's on, so that you don't aggravate the one who is already aggravated and agitated. Please cooperate. Thank you so much.